What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. Now in today's video we're taking a look at the best way to get Solstice packages, but also the fastest way to get key fragments and why these two things are important for this season and preparing for Beyond Light. So if you want to find out the best way to get high stat armor, then be sure to stick around and check out the video. Now if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below. That super helps me out here on the channel. And if you're new around here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, be sure to hit subscribe as well. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. As of the weekly reset, we got access to Solstice of Heroes, the summer event to celebrate all activities inside Destiny 2. And alongside the event this season, we have a brand new armor set and some awesome armor glows to go after. Now with the event returning, we also got access to the European Aerial Zone, an area dedicated to this event, which has a lot of verticality, but also some cool bosses to take out and some treasure chests to go hunting for. Now there's been a lot of talk and discussion around the purpose of the event and also on whether it's even worth grinding out for the magnificent set of armor past the renewed set, which is the first legendary set that you get as part of the event. Now these are all very valid questions, as you do gain access to the glows and universal ornaments through Eververse once you have the first legendary armor set. Now in this video we're going to cover off where you can get all the Solstice packages, but also the key fragments and exactly why you should be going after the magnificent set before the end of the event. Now first things first, we're going to talk about these Solstice packages. Now these are only obtainable through the European Aerial Zone. You can access through the node in the tower, and this is an entirely match-made activity, so you don't need a fire team at all to jump in initially. And the more mini bosses that you kill, the more chests that will spawn after you defeat the main boss at the end of the activity. Now there is a time limit when you are searching for the chests, and with 10 seconds left it will highlight any remaining chests if you haven't found them, hopefully giving you a last ditch chance at getting some loot. Now you can run the European Aerial Zone as much as you like, and once you've got as many packages as you like, it will cost you 15 Solstice key fragments in order to unlock each one, and you will find you will always be short of key fragments when it comes to opening your packages. Now if you have the new or majestic set of armor and open any of your Solstice packages, you'll get a combination of blue armor and weapons, planetary materials, glimmer, upgrade modules, and the occasional umbral engram. Now all in all, the loot that's available from these packages doesn't seem initially that desirable. However, with a little bit of extra work and some grinding, and with a magnificent armor set in hand, you can get much better loot from these Solstice packages. Now if you've been struggling to get fire teams together for end game activities such as dungeons or raids, things that have high stat armor, as well as nightfalls which can also grant you things like enhancement prisms, then these Solstice packages will be of great interest to you. Once you've fully upgraded your majestic set and unlocked the magnificent Solstice armor set, this will update the loot pool for your Solstice packages as well. Now with that in mind, you'll get enhancement prisms, stacks of enhancement cores, other rolls of Solstice armor, things hopefully with higher stat rolls than you already have, alongside other pieces of armor as well. Now as you can see here, I have many Solstice packages alongside key fragments, which I can now hand in now that I have the magnificent armor set. And as you can see, the drop rate for the magnificent armor set is actually quite high through the Solstice packages, so you have a very good chance of getting some really good stat rolls. Now if we take a quick look at some of the armor pieces that I just got, as you can see we're looking at around mid 60s for some of the armor pieces that I got just this evening. However, these are much better than some of the late 50 stats that you get given as a default armor piece, especially if you have the majestic set, which tends to have a lower stat roll overall. So overall, just to answer the question, is it worth getting the magnificent armor set? Absolutely, if it means that you have a chance to get higher stat armor alongside the universal ornaments and glows that you can take into year 4 and beyond, then it's most definitely well worth grinding that a little bit harder just to get this armor set. So if you've really been struggling getting fire teams together and doing those raids for high stat armor, or even some of the dungeons, then this is most definitely worth that effort in order to get access to this. Now in terms of the actual key fragments, which are going to be absolutely pivotal in terms of opening your Solstice packages, by far the quickest and easiest way of getting Solstice key fragments is through nightmare hunts. Now there are 4 different difficulties for nightmare hunts, and you can do this on absolutely any difficulty that you like. I highly recommend the adept difficulty, as again this is entirely match made and you get the same amount of key fragments regardless of the difficulty level that you choose, and this can range between 15 and 17 per run. Now, Nightmare Hunts become infamous for their Umbral Engram capabilities earlier in the season. However, they're now optimal when it comes to getting key fragments as well. Each run will take roughly 2 to 3 minutes and will guarantee you enough to open 1 Solstice packages for each and every run that you complete. Now, as always with these Nightmare Hunts, there's no special requirements that you need to meet here. You just need to do a run and get it done as quickly as you possibly can. So just to summarize for you guys, so to get the Solstice packages, you'll need to run the European aerial zone. The more mini bosses that you kill, the more chests that you get, and the more chances that you have to get Solstice packages. Now, to open these packages, you'll need Solstice key fragments, and the best way to get these is through Nightmare Hunts, as we just discussed. Now, in terms of getting optimal loot, you most definitely want to keep hold of your packages until you get the magnificent armor set. This will improve the loot pool available through your Solstice packages and give you a chance to get high stat armor, which is going to be absolutely critical when it comes to preparing for Beyond Light and the rest of Year 4. Now, if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below. That super helps me out here on the channel. And if you are new around here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always, guys, but I will catch you all again very soon.